Welcome back. In today's video, we will cover a topic called as the Tower of Hanoi. So what is the Tower of Hanoi basically? So we will try to understand. Tower of Hanoi is a mathematical puzzle invented by a French mathematician in 1883. So it is basically a mathematical puzzle that is being invented by the French mathematician in 1883. The game starts by having few disks. See here, you can see in this diagram, we have some disks. They are the disks here that stacked in an increasing order of their size. So this one, then it is like they are arranged. The number of disks can vary, but there are only 3 packs. But whatever the number of disks we have, they may vary with a different cases like 3 disks, 4 disks, 5 disks. But the number of sticks, or also called as a pegs, will remain same, that is 3. Now the objective is to transfer the entire tower to one of the other pegs. Means from the this particular, like in this example I'm saying, from this particular peg I will transfer the entire tower to one of the another peg. However, you can only move one disk at a time, means only one disk movement is allowed, and you can never stack a larger disk onto a smaller disk. This means you can see here we always have a smaller disk on the top of a bigger disk. This means you always have a bigger disk, and all the smaller disks are above in the respect of the bigger disk. Like for this particular, this is the smallest, so below this we have the biggest. Now again below this we have one more bigger, and this we have the biggest disk. Okay, so that is the idea. Like we have to move the disks in such a manner that we are only supposed to move one disk at a time, and you will never stack, you are not supposed to stack a larger disk onto a smaller disk. Okay, so we'll solve for n is equal to 3 first. So given, suppose you have 3 sticks A, B, C, and I have 3 disks, green, blue and red, where the green is the smallest, blue is the middle one, and the red is the largest disk. So step number 1 will do what? I will just copy this disk, the smallest disk, to the C. So first I will copy it here, okay, and then I will copy the blue disk from here to here. So this also copied, this also done, like has been moved. Now copy from C to B. Okay, then so it would be here. Now copy this from here to here. Okay, now copy this green to A. Okay, and then B to C, and then A to C. So how many steps required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you try to write these steps, what should be there? We have transferred A to C first. Okay, then we have transferred A to B, then C to B, A to C, B to A, then B to C, and then A to C. So these are the 7 steps. So this means for n is equal to 3, if you want to solve, I need exactly 7 movements to solve. Also, we can consider A as a source, B as an auxiliary, and C as the destination. Just as a naming convention for the pegs. It could be ABC also, it could be source, auxiliary and destination. Now we will try for how we can solve n is equal to 4. In this diagram it is very clear given how we are solving. The number of steps required would be 15. Okay, so total number of movements required would be 15. Why? I will try to do it in recursive way. Now suppose I know for 3 disks I need 7 steps. Okay, so the idea is, okay, so I'm repeating again. For n is equal to 3, with the help of the auxiliary, that is the B stick in the previous example, I can move the 3 disks from A to C. Okay, so can I do in the same way that the first 3 disks here, whatever the first 3 disks I have, with the help of this third disk, that is destination, can I move it to the auxiliary? Because see, for moving 3 disks I need 7 movements plus 1 auxiliary peg stick, auxiliary peg or stick. So the idea is, what will I do is, I will copy the first 3 disks with the help of this auxiliary disk, like this with the, so like this first 3 disks, with the help of this particular stick I will try to copy it here. So how many steps will be required? Obviously 7 steps will be required or not. See, so after first 7 movements, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, you can see here the first 3 disc has been moved to the middle stick, and then, so this is the case. So like 7 movements are required. Now what will I do? I will copy the biggest disk directly from source to destination directly. So one more step is required. Okay, plus whatever the 3 disk is residing here can be moved to this disk, sorry, this particular stick, using the help of this stick. So I will take the help of this stick, and then I will copy this 3, whatever the 3 disk I have, to this particular stick. So they are still the same color. Okay, so with the help of this particular stick, I will copy this 3 disk, whatever is residing in the middle stick, to here, this particular position. Does it make sense? Yeah, no problem, because again the 7 step will be required. So you can see here again the 7 step would be done, and to move this movement. So number of steps would be 15 here. You would actually try to find like how we are done. I will show in the next slide. This is the actual number how you can count. For suppose n is equal to 5, somebody has asked. No problem, I can solve. So first, like I have 5 disks, so the first 4 disks will be moved to the middle stick using 15 steps. The first 4 plus 1 for the last, and whatever is residing in the middle stick, the 4 disk, will again be copied to the last stick using the more 15 steps. So that is 31. Okay, I will write something here so you will get an idea. This represent first 3 disks. So I will just rewrite again. So like 15 steps are required for n is equal to 4. How it is possible is, see the first 3 disks, has been copied to the, suppose this is source, this is auxiliary, and this is destination. So this is source, auxiliary, and destination, the stick's name. So I have copied the first 3 disks from source to auxiliary with the help of destination. So whatever the 4 disk will be copied directly from source to destination, and then Whatever the three disks that is residing inside the auxiliary, with the help of the source, will be moved to the destination. So 7 plus 1 plus 7, that is 15. The same for n is equal to 5 also. So how we can solve a tower of Hanoi problem, that we have already seen. A recursive solution for the tower of Hanoi with algorithm that we have to consider. Let's call the three pegs, or like three sticks: source, auxiliary and destination. Okay, so the first disk will be the source, the second stick will be the auxiliary, and the third stick will be the destination. So first peg source, second peg auxiliary, the third peg destination. Move the top n minus one disk, I am repeating again, move the top n minus 1 disks from the source to auxiliary tower. That we have seen, we have done the same way. Like move the top n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary tower, move the nth disk from source to destination tower, and whatever the n minus 1 disk that is auxiliary, that is residing in the auxiliary tower, copy to the destination tower. That is the third step. What are the steps? Move the top n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary tower, this step number 1. Move the nth disk from source to destination tower, that is nth disk. And now whatever the n minus 1 disk you have copied to the auxiliary, copy those disks or move those disks to the destination tower. So third step would be move the n minus 1 disk from auxiliary tower to destination tower. Now transferring the top n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary tower can be again be thought of as a fresh problem and can be solved in the same manner. So you have to keep doing it as a recursive way. So we'll see an algorithm now. I have tower from tower, n is the number of disks, beginning is my source, this is auxiliary, and this is destination. The names are just different, begin, auxiliary and end. See, you have to note the order. The first is always the source. In out of the three pegs order we have seen, the first is source, the second is auxiliary, and third is destination. So if n is equal to 1, write beginning to end directly, that is source to destination directly, and return. Now otherwise, call tower, that is recursive function, n minus 1. We have seen, like I have to move first n minus 1 disk from source, that is beginning, to auxiliary with the help of what? End, that is my destination. So we have seen, like we have to copy first n minus 1 disk from beginning to auxiliary with the help of end. Also, like from source to auxiliary with the help of destination. See, the order is important. I am copying from beginning to auxiliary with the help of end or the destination. Now whatever the nth disk that is kept there, write beginning to end, I will copy directly, and then call tower again. So whatever the n minus 1 disk is residing in the auxiliary, now copy it to the end with the help of beginning. So that is a simple algorithm. So the first step would be copy the n minus 1 disk from source to auxiliary with the help of destination, and copy the nth disk directly from source to destination, and the third or the final step would be again copy the or move n minus 1 disk that is residing in the auxiliary position to the destination position with the help of source. So we have source here as the beginning, auxiliary as the auxiliary, and destination as the end. So hopefully this algorithm is okay. Now, so this is the set of the steps for n is equal to 4. So whatever we have did in the diagram, you can just make sure and compare. But again, you can see the number of steps required or the number of moves required is 15. Okay, so you can say in this manner, the first 7 steps would be source. I will write it here. The first 7 steps would be source to auxiliary, and this one again the nth disk, source to destination, and then whatever the n minus 1 disk residing at auxiliary will be copied to the destination, auxiliary to destination. That is all the steps. 7, 1 and 7. Total if you will combine, it should be 15. Okay, so 15 steps, 15 movements are required. How to find the time complexity? How many moves it will take to transfer n disk from the left position to the right position? Now for one disk, it needs how many move? One move. Obviously, directly you can move one move. Now for two disks, it should be 2m plus 1, where m is the number of movement for the previous count. I am repeating again in this way. Okay, you are looking for two disks, so m would be the number of movement for one disk. Suppose you are looking for three disks, here the m would be the number of movements required for two disks. So that is one step, one disk less the number of movement required by n minus 1 disk here. Suppose you are looking for 5 disks, but here the m value would be number of moves required by 4 disks, just one disk less movements. So for 2 disks it should be 2m plus 1, where m is the number of disk movements required by one disk. So one the movement would be 1, so 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 3. Now for 3 disks it will take like how much, like 3 disks, it should be 2 into m plus 1, where here the m would be the number of disk movements required for n is equal to 2 disks. So for n is equal to 2, it needs like how many? 3. Here it should be n is equal to 2 disks. Okay, so it will read for n is equal to 2 disks. Now for 4 disks, it will be 2m plus 1. It is a recursive call, but every time it is needing the answer of the previous movements. For here the m for 4, it should be m would be like a number of movements for 3 disks. So that is 7. So 2 into 7 plus 1, 15. Similarly, you can continue and you can calculate. But suppose somebody asks you to calculate for 2 for 49 disks. In that case, you cannot skip a statement. You have to solve for everyone. Like for m is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Until 48 you have to solve. Then only you can get the answer of 49. Okay. One different way to solve this is 2 raised to the power n minus 1 moves. That is the number of moves required, 2 raised to the power n minus 1, where n is the number of disks, where n is number of n is the number of disks. Okay, so this is the idea. So here for example, you are looking for n is equal to 3. So 2 raised to the power 3 is 8 minus 1, that is 7. You can see here, this is the way. 2 raised to the power 3 minus 1, 8 minus 1, 7. For any number of disks you can directly solve, and that seems a more better idea. So that, see, in the Tower Hanoi problem we are actually finding the number of moves only. So if you have an exact count, okay, that is the number of moves. In this case, the time complexity would be order of 2 raised to the power n. The complexity would be order of 2 raised to the power n. Is it clear? Directly it is linked to the number of moves only. Okay, so this is all about the tower, Hanoi. Thank you.